Hello, this is Victor at HistoryMercedes.com. This video is for Kevin in California. My apologies for the bad video because I'm actually moving my workshop, so I only have limited stuff here left. Plus, the camera gear is away, so I only have the cell phone right now. But I do want to make video of the confirmation, of the pump operation, because that's what I always do. So make sure that they all work and pressures and all that. Now, this pump was pretty much beat me up. Was a long time fixing it because there was other issues but the motor. There was a problem with one of the valves. It was not, the pressure were bypassing left and right inside the manifold, so no good. I fixed that. The silicone hose had to be replaced because it was very weak. It would just almost to come out from the motor, and that was bad, so I replaced that with a nice rubber hose. The hose coming off the motor is a very common problem, so that was removed and replaced. Now I have some wires over here connected, so I'm gonna show operations. This is the door locks. This is our trunk, and then I can show you headrests. Now, first things first, when ignition is on, the pump is going to make pressure and it's going to create vacuum. Pressure for rear seat lumbar support, and vacuum for HVAC system for the air conditioner. It also pumps in pulls vacuum to keep vacuum inside vacuum reservoir, so therefore it's going to run. Now, for that reason, I just capped these hoses. I've capped them up so it creates vacuum and pressure real quick, and then we're gonna test the pressure vacuum with the gauge. Now, central locking is connected to my manometer, so you can see the pressures. And that should be enough. Yeah, that's gotta be. Well, see how we're gonna do this. So again, my apologies for kind of not very professional video, but it is what it is. I have to finish these pumps because I have another one that is going to be tested right after this one. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put on the power. The pump is gonna create vacuum and pressure. It's gonna shut down. Then I'm gonna show pressure and vacuum on the central locking and the shut off valve and all that stuff. Then we're gonna switch hoses over to show the vacuum and pressure on the manifolds that I shut down, plus headrests. Okay, so here's the power on. So power is on. It's gonna start in a minute. Wait a minute, they're already pressurized, that's why. Okay, so they're pressurized, so forget about those. As a matter of fact, I can show you. Just unplug these so you can see what I mean. Very difficult to do it with one hand, especially this pick is not sharp. You know what? I'm gonna do it the other way. 1 second. Let me just. I'm trying to pump the pressure right now. I'm gonna cap it. Okay, that was pressure. Here's our vacuum. See, it's off. Now let's do door locks. So we're going to activate. As you can see, the shut-off pressure it's about point. That's the not pressure, that's vacuum actually. So it pulls about 0.9. Now, specifications minimum is 420, 0.42 to about 0.62, so this one pulls way more, which is really nice. There's a lot of vacuum it creates, so that is good. Now the pressure, I gotta switch over to pressure so I can show you the pressure to unlock. That's for the unlocking. So here's the pressure. As you can see, same for the pressure, creates a really good pressure and really good, it's better than new basically, because it's above minimum specifications. So this is something I'm really happy about. So the motor and the pump and all the manifolds, they're in great shape. Creates pressure and vacuum really fast, so this is awesome. You hear the pump shut off right away once it reaches that pressure. So it does not run constantly. That's very important, so you don't burn the pump. Now what we're gonna do next is I'm going to shut down the power. Now I'm going to show you the pressure. This is very important as well, because if you have pressure leaking, either in let me just disconnect the line, because again, my apologies for video being so bad, but it is only, that's the only video I can make, because I'm really behind on all my other things. So let's just get this thing undone. Let me see, what is it, right down there. So as you can see, I have to undo this pipe that's from my manometer. You don't want to break a nipple. This is very important. These little nipples here, you break them off, it's gonna be a little problem. It's still doable with nipples broken. I've done it before, but you know. So we're gonna put the pipe on the pressure side, and now when I put on the power, it's going to pump. So now the idea here is once it pumps about pretty much 0.8 or so, then it will shut down. So the pressure should not go down. If it goes down, then you have a leak, so then the pump will continue running. That's bad because motor is gonna burn. So here's our power. Power is on. Now, again, this was really quick. The pressure is really high, which is really good. I began specification is like about, I think, 820, 0.8, which is, this one is about almost 1, so 0.95, 0.97. And as you can see, the needle is not moving, so we don't have really, there is a little bit tolerance here and there possible, but it is really, really good. Again, there might be a little bit of a leak over here because it's not super tight, but as you see, the needle, I did test it before, so I know it's not leaking. So it stays steady. Motor is off. That's also important. Shut-off valve is not leaking. It is activated, so that's good. So we're good in this department. So there is no leak on the pressure side. It remains steady. Now I'm gonna shut down the power again. Now we're gonna undo the pipe again and shift it over. Okay, so you heard that pop, that's the extra pressure. We're gonna cap it. Okay. We're gonna remove the vacuum now. And plug in the vacuum to show you that the same thing happens with vacuum, it does not leak. So I shift over to vacuum side. Now let's put on the power. Now, first activation was to pump up the pressure because I have the port blocked. It pumped it up real quick. And the vacuum, same with the vacuum really, it's about 0.8 it's supposed to hold, and this one holds 0.9, 0.89, whatever this, yeah, it's about 0.9. This is really good. So this is probably pretty much new. I mean, the pressures, when the pump comes from the factory, this has got to be the same. So no leaks here. It also remains steady, you know, 0.9, 0.89 or whatever this thing is, but this is above factory, so this is great. Alright, I'm shutting it down again because video is going to an end. So I'm going to undo the pipes and then I'm going to show you the trunk. That's gonna be a little tricky with the trunk. There's vacuum in the system, so it won't undo. There it goes. There's suction on the line. Now these edges are not important too much. This is. So this is what you do not want to break. Now let's see what we have here. The trunk. So put this hose on the trunk line. Trunk creates vacuum, creates pressure, so it's gonna be hard for me to do both because I have to switch it at a certain time, and working with one arm, it is not easy. So first we're gonna do the pressure. Okay, first we're gonna wait until the pump creates pressure and vacuum, and we'll do the trunk. Pressure was already there, so it just did vacuum, so let's do the trunk. As you can see, first it creates pressure and then it creates vacuum. It's very important. The shift's quick, that's what needs to be. So we have one more time. So I have to switch over the valve. So it creates pressure, as you see, it went all the way, and then it went the other way, so it's perfect. And the last thing would be our headrests, because this is from S320, so S320 has vacuum activated headrests, and if the pump is not working, your headrests would never go down. So this is very important here. Now, set on vacuum, so let's do the headrest activation. As you can see, activate it, pull them down, relieve the pressure. So it works perfect, because once headrests are down, it has to pump, and then it's supposed to relieve the pressure. So if you want to bring them back up, you don't have the actual headrest mechanism keep pulling it down. So you cannot again open up, pull up, put the headrests up. So let's do it again. Holds it there and releases the pressure. So as you can see, everything is functional, everything is operational, the pump runs good, pressures are perfect, and it's ready to go. So this thing really took me like about 4 hours. I mean, it was just something else. I did it. As you can see, everything is perfect, but this is usually not the case. It's just basically fully rebuilt on this one, because again, for other issues. Anyway, so I have to wrap up this video. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This is a PSC pump from Mercedes S320 97. They pretty much found from 92 to 99 in S classes. This is an S class W140 chassis, 2-door, 4-door. They all look same except for different manifolds. There's this manifold style. You got just pipes go straight. Then you have a second pump that I'm working on. This manifold is different. This is from a 99. 98, 99 will look like this. A sticker on the side. This is already CAN bus pump. So you have actually communication going through other modules. This is still more or less electric. There is no communication between other modules. It's all like electronic, but no data. That one is data. It's programmable as well, the other one. This one I don't remember, I have to look it up, but it's not the, it's not, this video is not the purpose for that. So basically this is it. It's going back in. I'm gonna put it all back together and mail it to a customer. Alright, well, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thanks for watching.